Friday from 7 to 9. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do you dance like you Karen Lacey. Run it back and turn Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. From 7 to 9. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. From 7 to 9. It's Tingle and Co. It's Tingle and Co. From 7 to 9. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. From 7 to 9. It's Tingle and Co. What up, Lloyd? What up, Lloyd? You can call me him. I'm Shay Dixon in the whip with them RPMs. Gotta pull up to the chat and shit out to them. Not trying to ball like Big Folk, then get out the gym. Monday through Friday from 7 to 9. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do you dance like you Karen Lacey. Run it back and turn Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co.
All right, welcome in here on this Friday morning, week 2, game day eve. It is very good to see all your names, faces, and profile pictures, and I guess fake names as well, screen names, over in the chat this morning.
Or burgers, or just a letter.
Aliases.
Yes, all the aliases over there. We appreciate you
Jennifer
guys
Gardner.
hopping in here and joining us. Lloyd, Christian, how are you fellas?
Excellent.
Dece. Pretty Dece.
C-Man.
C-Man.
D-Man.
It's feeling decent. It's nice to hear. You look nice, sir. I appreciate all the college shirts you wear now.
Thank you. I got a lot to wear, so
There you go.
knock them out.
Glad to hear. Well, I appreciate you guys getting in here. Glad everybody's doing well, as LSU will be back on the football field tomorrow evening, a Saturday night in Death Valley. LSU versus La Tech, week number 2. And this morning we will have a very special guest at 8:30 a.m. LSU legend, former LSU quarterback Rohan Davey will join us in studio this morning to talk a little bit of ball and preview some special stuff we've got coming up. We will be live after the game tomorrow night from Golf Suites. Little post-game show with our guy Rohan, and K Falk will be there as well, talking ball, recapping the game. Hopefully there's not too much to talk about after tomorrow night. But whatever there is to talk about, we will cover it all with Rohan and K Falk live from the Golf Suites bar. So make sure you like, subscribe, and you ring that little bell. That little bell right there by the subscribe button. You just hit that and it'll let you know when we go live or anytime anything's posted. It will let you know last night the fun little video we had put out of our guy Christian and Mac
Oh, yeah.
getting out on the Clemson streets asking some fun questions to some really fun people.
Just getting the vibe.
get
some
Setting the tone.
It was our first time doing it, and I think Matt came a little bit better prepared than I did because that's kind of his gig. That's kind of what he does. So next game, I'm assuming, probably not the Florida game.
No, doing Florida.
No, I don't know if I can do it. But we
No.
could definitely find somebody
Yes,
to help
Mac
Mac.
Mac will do it
Yes.
for us.
But we'll have better questions, more rage bait, more interaction bait, more
Nice.
bait,
More
more
bait.
bait in general,
More
tiger
in
bait.
general.
Master.
Oh, wow. But
That
I
can't go
thought-
on YouTube, but
I
if you
thought-
want to start, if you want
No.
to start a Tingle
No.
and Co. OnlyFans,
No, I think we're good. I think that we'll stick with the YouTube channel.
look, if I'm on it, we could get some serious numbers.
What, you little
We can make some
twink?
money.
You just getting bent over the barrel?
People like the little boys, all right? I don't know what it is.
True.
Lord have mercy.
You should see my feet.
But yes, if you didn't see that, go check that out because it was pretty entertaining, quite entertaining. Wait, you don't go to school? Your girlfriend goes to school here, but you don't go to school here? That was awesome.
Ooh.
Shout out to Mac for making the trip through from Georgia, made his way to Clemson. Short drive, about 3 hours, but I think he plans on coming down for the Florida game as well to get some of that same content. So shout out to our guy Mac at Macchioroni on Instagram. Some of the headlines for today: Brian Kelly met with the media yesterday, previewing tomorrow night's football game with La Tech. And Christian cut it up last night. Great job, Christian. Thank you very much for all your hard work getting these press conferences cut up. You have been doing a much better job as the season's continued on.
Since y'all pointed out my mistakes
Yes.
because I was clicking the pause button and not clicking end clip, and that was my issue. So
Okay.
yeah, I figured it out. So thanks, Lloyd.
There you go.
And
Way to learn from your mistakes.
Thanks for bullying. Works.
It
does.
Yeah, there you go. That's what you'll learn here. So we will get some of that sound played this morning. We will have a high school football game of the week tonight. Christian and Sam will be out there for Catholic versus Destrehan in Memorial Stadium. Obviously, some big names on that field. Headlined by Mr. Bradford, Mr. Blaine Bradford for Catholic High School.
The Ohio State
current
commit.
Ohio State commit. But they're working. Trying to get that flip. Trying to get that flip scale.
Who's the late addition to the staff that they brought in?
Mr. Petito.
Mr. Petito. This is his job. This is why he's here.
It is. And it'll be a big-time matchup with an LSU Tigers commit in Jabari Mack, wide receiver for Destrehan High. So big-time football played tonight, and Christian and Sam will be on the sideline. Make sure you stay tuned to all of our social media pages at Tingle__co. And here on our YouTube channel, Saturday morning, we'll get it put back out for you where you can recap the whole game. But the live updates will be live on our social media. So make sure you stay tuned for Catholic versus Destrehan. The inaugural Tingle & Co. high school football game of the week. We've got a fun schedule for this season. In other news, Lloyd, your family got a little bit richer yesterday. Dad got paid.
Dad did get paid. Almost I had a tweet lined up, but I just said, fuck it, whatever. But Christmas is going to be awesome this year.
Right?
That was the best news of the day yesterday, and not surprising at all. But happy to know that, Christmas is already great.
Right.
But maybe 2 Christmases.
No, I mean, the LSU now has the highest
For
paid
7 more years. In
baseball
infinity
coach.
years.
Infinity years. Until
Should have
death
been
do us part.
Should have been a lifetime contract.
Should have been, but that's okay. At least he's now where he deserves,
Yes.
where he belongs as the highest paid college baseball coach, as Jay Johnson was extended and got a little bit of a raise from LSU brass yesterday, and Jay Johnson is now the highest paid baseball coach in America, jumping over Tony Vitello's, I think, $3 million a year. Jay is a little bit more than that, and it increases as the years go on in the contract. So shout out to Coach Jay. Shout out to LSU for making sure they snatched him up and locked a hold of him, because he is the best in the business and deserves to be the highest paid in the business.
The best is he obviously jumps Tony Vitello, and then the Tennessee fans are still like, Vitello still owns LSU.
Right.
Remember last year and 2 years before that? I don't think that's quite the case.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure where that exactly came from, because if you turn the TV on and watch the games, I don't think there was much owning going on.
LSU got lucky.
Oh, a fluke ninth inning?
Uh-huh.
I did see that term.
Love that.
So, but yeah, no, obviously Jay Johnson belongs as the highest paid, and then now is the highest paid in the business. So shout out to Coach Jay. Shout out to LSU for making the right decision. We've been waiting for that contract extension, as he has won 2 national championships in 4 years as the head man for LSU baseball, and he is now the highest paid in the business. Lloyd, I wanted to see if you or Stewie or Christian could make sense of this for me, as I saw this clip from First Take yesterday, and figured it can maybe make for some nice fodder, because I was just a little bit confused when I read it, and then whenever I turned it on and I listened to it, because it didn't really resonate with me. It wasn't one of those sound bites that hit home that you sometimes hear.
I don't even know if it was good enough bait for it to really inspire me to get involved, but it was an interesting take, to say the least.
It wasn't something that I was like, you know what, I need to get a point in about this, but I did hear it and I was like, oh, yeah. I don't know if I really.
The RC clip.
Yes.
Yes. Are we talking about Arch?
We're talking about the generational quarterback debate.
I mean,
that's now been sparked up.
So, look,
You want to run the clip first?
yeah,
Yes.
let's run the clip.
because
I don't think I think there's less than what you think. I think John Elway was a generational talent. I think Patrick Mahomes is a generational talent. I don't think Tom Brady, I don't think Drew Brees, I don't think Peyton Manning are generational talents. I think Andrew Luck ended up being a generational talent. I don't think there's a ton of them out there.
But so then what? Then how does one, in your eyes, be a generational talent? Because there's not a lot of difference.
Production.
Let me chime in here because I love the argument back and forth between y'all. I ain't trying to get in the way of it. Here's the reality. The operative word here is. Do you believe Arch Manning is a generational talent? He could be, but he's not. Why not yet? Whatever you see to say that he is. There's no evidence. There's no evidence.
So, obviously, first off, the Arch Manning discussion. I mean, just let the kid play football, please. Like, he's played one game, truly. It was a rough one against Ohio State in week 1. Let him develop and grow. And why, like, this isn't the conversation that should be being had, but it is first take. Mm-hmm. And so you have to take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah, I mean,
the conversation, I think, just comes around the term generational talent and the way people define it.
Well, it's thrown around too much.
Way too
first
much.
Of all. And then, like, I part of me understands where Ryan Clark is coming from because even at Newman, I was kind of like, I would watch Arch and, like, he obviously has great physical tools. He's 6'4", he's 220. Like, he looks good on the football field. He probably can make all the throws, but, like, something about him didn't strike me as, like, oh, like, must have. Like, you saw Bryce Underwood and you were like, we gotta have that. Mm-hmm. Like, you saw certain guys you see and you're like, you gotta have that.
I think generally, like, Ryan Clark is correct, but the way he said, like, bro, we're talking about Tom Brady, Drew Brees, like, those guys may not be physically gifted the way that, you know, Jamarcus Russell, Patrick Mahomes, some of these other guys are gifted, but, like, their mental IQ, mental toughness, like, the mental side of it's not taken into account for. So
they had the intangibles that I think Arch does not have currently.
Right.
I don't know if Arch has, like, I've seen him have that, like, killer mentality, but, like, he doesn't bring that every week, it seems like. And last week, obviously, it just didn't look good for him. It wasn't a good game. But he could get better. It's not like that wasn't his first time starting a major college football game.
The number 3 Ohio State.
Like, they just won a natty last year.
In Columbus. Like, let's let the kid breathe, maybe.
And I think also, like, the media has, like, it's not even Arch at this point. It's really just the media that's putting these expectations on him.
He's gone out on the microphone countless times and been like, I don't deserve this. Stop. Like,
I haven't done anything.
Right.
And that's the tough part for him is, like, his last name is Manning. So he's going to be in the news whether he likes it, whether his family likes it or not. And so for him, it's just being himself, and all he could be is Arch. Like, he can't be Joe Burrow. He can't be Tom Brady. He can't be Drew Brees. He could only be Arch Manning.
Can't be Peyton. He can't be Eli.
Right.
Right.
So it's like the media, first of all, should, like, kind of back off of him and find somebody else to as their scapegoat or whatever they want to make their star.
Well, no, I mean,
they need to find another star.
Put the pressure on Nussmeier or Klubnik or these guys that have been playing college football and been
Drew Aller.
Right, these guys that have been playing college football longer than a game.
It's not the way it works.
Right. Of course not.
Ronnie James.
Yeah, he's got the namesake. Like,
Yes.
that's what it is.
Well, yeah, it's the last name.
It's just the last name.
But then my question that I pose to you guys is the generational talent, because Glimmer said it's like it's kind of an argument over wording. The generational talent tag, it's been overblown, it's been overused. The part that got people really fired up and upset in that clip was saying that, Brady, Manning, Brees were not generational talents.
Yeah, see, that was a tough one for me.
Coming out of college, they weren't. But
Well, Peyton was.
But you can admit that you were wrong about that, and, like, okay, clearly these guys were generational talents and they were unidentified.
Drew Brees almost won a Heisman from Purdue, dog.
No, I know, but I'm saying, like, generational talent, he's talking, like,
You can see it.
Cam Newton,
Yeah.
like those kinds of dudes. John Elway. I don't know where he went in the
Well,
draft.
it's like we're these guys. This guy's the number one pick, and it's not even a
it's
conversation.
like he's physically talented too. Like,
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
just because Drew was short, didn't have a strong arm, but he was accurate.
Yeah. They always said Brady had a weak arm, but I mean,
Right, and he's
I watched
slow.
him throw piss missiles at 41.
I mean,
so I
you
don't
turn
know.
on the NFL film. These guys, those three guys specifically, are generational talents.
Even
Like,
though that last year of Peyton Manning, he was just throwing ducks.
oh my gosh,
Same
Like that
He got
defense
benched.
saved him.
Same thing with Drew Brees. Like you
Yeah.
saw it all. Like you saw
Yes.
the
It fell apart,
yeah,
but
how much it was not.
like when the talent wasn't there anymore.
Yeah, like they lost the ability to throw the football, and the fact they could still even go out there and play the position. There's only 32 of them in the world,
Right.
And they were still able to. One was able to win a Super Bowl, and Drew was able to drag a team. I don't mean to say drag, but was able to be good enough to get to the playoffs in his last year.
yeah.
Like I would still take Drew Brees over Spencer Rattler.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course.
But
Because
I
He
mean-
can't throw.
they were not generational talents coming into the league, but they ended up being not even generational, but lifetime talents in the league. Yeah. No, I mean,
Hall
and
of Famers.
I'm with that.
RC could have done a better job of getting his definition
Right.
right.
Dark and Arwen, they weren't generational talents, but they became generational players. Like that part, like, I'll listen to. Now, Peyton to me was coming
Yes.
out of college was,
He
a
was 1-1.
generational talent.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, this was the conversation when he was coming out of Tennessee. He was like, this guy is the. Now he ends up being the number 2 pick, and in hindsight, that was obviously a mistake.
He went ahead of him. We just talked to LSU.
Was it
did he
Leaf?
not? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Ryan Leafwood, is he generational talent?
No.
Well, he didn't
Well,
do
I mean,
anything.
in high school, he probably like that's probably what the recruiting services thought of him, and then
Right. that's what-
coming out of college, like that's what
Yeah, I mean,
everybody
you can
thought
be a
of him.
generational talent in college and not be one in the NFL.
I mean, look
or
at
be
Jamarcus.
Not a generational talent, and yeah, Jamarcus, like where you have this physical gift of you can throw the ball or Joe Milton, where it's
Yeah.
like in high school he was probably a god
Yeah,
because he can throw the ball at 80 miles per hour and 400 feet.
I had to take algebra 2 and then face Joe Milton. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
Or Jamarcus Russell.
Yeah,
Right.
like, and so
Do you think there's a conversation to be had though? Like, okay, we were wrong about this guy. Like, obviously he was physically gifted. Say a guy like Jamarcus could throw the ball as far as you want, but like mentally, he wasn't there at all. Like, are we gonna take mental into this? Because clearly that's what guys like Drew Brees, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning have over some of these athletes
Right.
that were so gifted.
right, it's a mix of both, and I think a lot of times the physical aspect gets the buzz.
Yeah, I don't know if they clearly aren't considering like the ability to process
Right.
as a talent is more of something that is a skill set that is developed through hard work.
I think process, like as far as quarterbacks go, like that's something that you develop over time, and I don't think Arch right now has that, because there was a couple times like against Ohio State where he just looked, I wouldn't say confused, but he was almost like high school again, where it's like, I know I'm throwing into this read, I'm not looking anywhere else. So he catches the snap and he's looking right, and he's only looking right, and it's like, oh shit, I can't throw it there. And then he tries to run, he can't run because Ohio State's got
No,
5 dudes that run just as fast
Patricia
as
had
him.
him in a blender.
Yeah, and then I was
Yeah.
going to say that he went against an NFL defensive coordinator that's won multiple Super Bowls, and he's scheming up against a quarterback that's making his first start on the road in the afternoon at Ohio State. Like it's a true road game, and Matt Patricia had him in a blender.
And I thought
I think they just have to talk about Arch. I mean, that's
Yeah.
just what this is.
yeah, right. And
His
I
first
thought
take.
yeah,
So
they do have
garbage.
to talk about Arch and Bronny and whoever
Right.
else
Bro,
is the star.
they talk about the Cowboys every day.
And they don't talk about like the Boozer twins, who are like literally might be generational, like 2 players that are actually like NBA player sons, 2 kids that were highly recruited, highly rated, got to Duke. Nobody
Bro,
said anything about
anything,
them.
Yeah.
Anything that takes a lick of research on that show, they don't talk about.
Yeah.
Like, bro, there's like, okay, for example, their takes on Zion. Like, bro, it's so.
Oh, they
lazy.
hate Zion.
It's so
every
lazy.
time the
Generational talent.
yes,
Yeah.
They talk about Zion like he's like
Well, it's just every time it comes up,
400
they
pounds.
they
It's just
say
lazy,
the
man.
same 3 things about the Pelicans. It's Zion needs to stop eating, the Pelicans need to move, and just go.
I think that's
Trey
it.
Murphy.
Really, it's really-
Trey Murphy
yeah,
belongs
Trey
on the
Murphy.
Mavericks. You know, it's like, dude.
or trade away their players. So It was an interesting point to see come across, and it sparked up some discussion there on the Twitterverse. Into the 2 claps this morning. I wanted to give Dak Prescott 2 claps for his
Spitgate.
self-control, but then I saw this morning when I was scrolling back through Twitter that this is like some deep research spy operation figuring out where all this spit came from.
Oh, if I had a nickel.
Oh.
So it started.
Oh,
Jalen
man.
Carter gets ejected before he takes a defensive snap
Like,
last
Crazy.
night
My
for
brother.
spitting on Dak Prescott.
Dak spit first.
And
Nope.
then it comes out later in the evening that it looked like Dak might have spit first. Now, Dak's was more like you can say
the
it was
ground.
towards the ground. Then Jalen's was just straight up like
Well,
in your face.
well,
I'm spitting.
my man like hawked the loogie on him. like I don't know if anybody in here has ever watched Superbad.
Uh-huh.
when
straight up.
Right
when
on
the kid
Eddie
like just
Griffin.
spits on his shirt.
Just right on him.
That's pretty much what Jalen Carter did. And
The
if Jalen
bet-
Carter didn't play football, I think we'd have to watch him.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he'd be on like
Generational talent.
20 generational for sure.
Crash out.
Generational crash out. Also,
I've done it.
how many games do y'all think?
Stop.
How many games or how much do you think the fine's gonna be? Because I was posed with this question last night. Like one of my friends was like, "How much do you think they're gonna fine him?" And
I think it would have been worse before the Dak spitting first clip came out, because like now it's, I guess what, self-defense,
now
retaliation.
They're probably both gonna get fined.
Yeah, definitely. But I don't know if he'll get suspended for a game. I mean, he basically got suspended for last night's
Yeah,
game.
right.
Like he didn't play a snap.
Do you think that if they, I would imagine that they had this queued up in the truck, the Dak spitting, and they're like, if we put this out, like he's gonna have to get ejected too. Now you
Right.
have your first game
Absolutely.
of the NFL season without Dak Prescott, the Dallas Cowboys quarterback. This, like Jalen Carter, probably I don't know if clearly got caught more, and it was more, I guess you could say, but they both did the same thing.
Right. The second
Yeah,
person's
second guy got
always-
caught.
Second guy always
Right.
gets caught, man.
And I think the storyline of it's very evident that they want the Cowboys to win whenever they play, and this is a great way to be able to give them a more of an opportunity. But I guarantee you, if it had gone the other way around, he ain't suspended or he ain't getting kicked out.
no.
Yeah, no, they weren't going to kick Dak out. And like I said, if you look at the clips of Dak spitting versus Jalen spitting, I think they might be in the document.
I don't know if we
Dak's-
could play them because it's NFL.
Oh yeah, we'll get flagged. But
The
Dak's
NFL
spit is
will
like
flag.
towards the ground, so it could very well have been Dak spit at the ground and Jalen took it that way of like, oh, he spit at me or whatever, or Dak could have been smart enough to spit towards him at the ground and be able to give himself an excuse. Dak's going to be fine. I don't think Dak is going to get fined or suspended or anything. His was not nearly as blatant as Jalen literally walked up to him.
And spit on.
And
Like
spit
spit
on
on his
It's
jersey.
attempted murder versus murder.
Lloyd spit first.
Yeah, second guy got caught.
Yeah. So,
Great game though.
I was going to give Dak 2 claps of his self-control to not, because I can't say if a man walked up on me and spat on me,
It'd
then I
get
would
ugly.
be able to just stand there and
I'm honestly surprised Jalen Carter didn't choke him out. Like,
yeah, either
he could
way.
have easily like just choked Dak out right then and there.
If anybody spits on me, I don't know how I would like.
I know how I
That's
would react.
disrespectful, man. That's like there's few things that are more disrespectful than a man walking up to you and just spitting on you.
Yeah, Drewski.
Oh yeah, he just like pulls up in front of people. You supposed to be around here? You going to the race?
What you doing watching NASCAR?
And the best thing about this entire thing was obviously how much the NFL, the production value of all of this was incredible because
Right.
you got to see 4 different angles of the loogie. And it was like slow motion everywhere.
Oh.
And it's like, oh, here it comes. It's like, I think you spit on it. It's like, brother, we don't have to think about this.
Yeah.
That's what else would that be?
Look at the screen.
Yeah.
It's right there.
Also, Chris Collinsworth, like I'm just watching the broadcast last night, and my man is talking about Devontae Smith like he's a high schooler. Like he's like, yeah, the Eagles, they're all bust team except for Devontae Smith, and I'm like,
Vontae looks clean coming off the bus. Though.
that brother won a Heisman. Like
Right.
he has one of the greatest receiver seasons we've ever seen in college football. Like
Well, it's because he's skinny.
What are we
Yeah,
talking
well,
about? He's small.
That's,
Yeah.
that's
Well,
what
he
they're
is
saying. They're
small.
dissing him for being little.
yeah, but like he's still a dog.
Player.
Yeah.
I take him on my team. I take him on the Saints
obviously,
tomorrow.
but that's, I mean, you know,
He'd be wide receiver 1 on the Saints tomorrow.
Oh,
Like, he'd
definitely.
start for the Saints. Like,
But
he started
he is
Thursday.
small, though.
He started Thursday for the Eagles. He'd start Sunday for the Saints if he got traded today.
I agree, but he is small.
He is small. Hey,
cares?
Christian, if anyone's going to say it.
He's a small guy. you could probably hit him and, like, honestly hold him back. Like, you could probably stonewall.
Oh, he's probably.
so.
But Devontae's probably strong, dog. Built by
No,
Bama.
I know.
Right, built by Bama. Don't forget, every single day we are brought to you by AJ Sports
180?
Cards right there on Drusilla Lane. 3348 Drusilla Lane is the address. The phone number is 225-831-4508. Our friends over at AJ Sports Cards, they've taken care of us since before Tingle & Co. was even off the ground. We went over, we met with them, we let them know what was coming and what our plan was, and they were willing to take a shot on us and support Tingle & Co. So shout out to AJ Sports Cards, their Facebook, AJ Sports Cards, and their Instagram at AJ Sports Cards 225BR. Make sure you give them a follow, and you'll be up to date on all the events they have coming up, any special events they have, and any other things that they've got going on. They keep you up to date on their social media, and they do great work. If you just go over to their store, like I said, right there off Drusilla Lane, they've got a great collection of cards, packs, boxes, memorabilia, everything you can think of, whether it's college football cards, NFL cards, NBA cards, MLB, to Pokemon cards, and whatever you could imagine. If you are interested in collecting, getting started collecting, or building your collection, head over to AJ Sports Cards right there on Drusilla Lane and let them know how much you appreciate what they do for Tingle & Co. And we appreciate you guys being here this morning as LSU will be back on the football field tomorrow night versus Louisiana Tech. Obviously, like I said yesterday, it's a different spot that LSU is in, that we're even in. Because for the last, especially 3 seasons, you've gone from week 1 to week 2, whether it was Southern, Grambling, Nichols, and now Louisiana Tech. Those last 3, you've gone from week 1 to week 2 knowing exactly what you want to see and need to see because you lost in week 1. So it was okay. The first game against Florida State, you need to see cleaner special teams. You need this, that, and the other. The next year was like the defense was awful. We need to see the defense step up against Southern and go out there and ball. And then you end up scoring like 70 points. And then, that was Grambling. And then last season it was like, okay, you can't run the ball against USC. You should be able to manhandle Nichols front and do the same thing. And so that was the conversation. You had all these things that LSU did wrong against the game 1 opponent, Florida State, USC. And you wanted to see that get fixed in an in-state game in week 2. Well, now the position that we're in, LSU, and that LSU is in, LSU wins week 1, an impressive victory, checked some boxes, looked good. And so now you're looking at week 2 and you're like, well, I'm not used to not having concerns. Like for the last, even go past the last 3 years where the UCLA loss and the Mississippi State loss, like you went into week 2, like I need to see all these things because I didn't.
Right.
Now it's.
I think now I would say probably this week they probably want to see a little bit cleaner of a game from the offense, as far as like they had a couple of procedural penalties, like
Right.
just little small things. It's not like something big where it's like, oh, we can't stop the run, or oh, we can't stop them on 3rd down. Like it's very small things that you want to see this week. And Shea has a great write-up on 3, or Matthew Brunet has a great write-up on 3. 6 players he wants to see Saturday.
Okay.
And I totally agree. His 3 players on offense were Nick Anderson, Harlan Berry, and Carius Kern.
Uh-huh.
Which we saw Harlan Berry once last Saturday.
One handoff. It was the play after Tyree got hurt and you put Chester in.
Mhm.
Then you ran Harlem to Chester's side.
Yeah. Nick Anderson, I'd like to see Nick Anderson get more involved.
Definitely.
I didn't really see them try to get him involved. I think it was one play where Nuss went backside and Nick Anderson was wide open for a touchdown, but he took what they gave him.
They went early to him, and I don't think he really showed what they wanted from him early. So I think they had a small string on him in practice, short rope on him in practice. So they pulled him.
Well, he was out there a good bit. He was blocking. He was being very physical. I love the things he did from the ancillary aspects of playing wide receiver, like all of those parts. But like to me, it just wasn't a Nick Anderson game.
That's what I'm saying. I think it was kind of like the same thing with Chris Hilton. It just wasn't.
It just wasn't. Yeah, it's the quick hitter game, the screen passes, the yak game. That's not what you got Nick Anderson for.
Let me do the baseball thing. It was kind of like, all right, well, Jake Brown's not in the lineup today, and you know why.
Right.
Right.
And I love the buy-in that even though, hey, Nick, you're not going to get 8 targets today.
Yeah, sorry.
You're not going to get 4 targets today. But guess what he still did? He still went out there, got in the mix, blocked for the run, was physical, and did what he needed to do.
Yeah, and then his 3 players on defense were Deshaun Spears, Tylen Singleton, and Ashton Stamps, which are three guys that out of camp, like, you heard great things about.
Right.
Especially Spears and Stamps. Like, Stamps was with the starters for most of camp, right?
Yes.
So, and last year he was a starter. He's been a starter for the last 2 years.
He started every game last season.
So, I mean, and he led the SEC in pass defenses. So you got a guy that's like led the SEC in pass defenses, started all the games last year, and didn't see a snap last week.
And
it's not nothing against Stamps.
It's not Stamps.
It's just the guys that played didn't mess up or didn't give them a reason to say, hey, we need to put Stamps in the game.
Right.
So, I mean, that's a good problem to have, but it's also like, damn, like, you know, he's paid his dues here, so I'm sure they know, like, they want to give him a chance.
Right.
He deserves a chance.
And there's going to be an opportunity because, like, PJ and DJ, they might not be on every game because they're not as experienced. DJ's a true freshman. PJ is a true sophomore.
Yeah.
And played, some last season, but not to an extended amount. And so at some point they might have an off game, maybe down the line, and you need a guy like Ashton Stamps to come in and step up with that experience. But that's my favorite thing about this week is that you're going to see guys that weren't featured get a little bit more featured because one of the biggest takeaways from week 1 is your depth. Like LSU is so deep, and we've said it all camp. But that was kind of like assuming depth because through camp you were like, I think they have 5 safeties that can play. Right. I think they've got 5 corners that can get in the mix. I think they've got these D tackles and these D ends. You just haven't seen them do it on a field against one another. Well, then you saw on Saturday night the corners that went out there and balled out. The safeties showed their depth. And the defensive front showed immense depth where you're mixing different tackles and ends here and there and dominating. And so you're going to get to see those different guys mixed in. And that's probably the thing that people have at the top of their list going into La Tech is, okay, I want to see these guys get in the mix. I want to see what Harlan Berry has in the tank. I want to see if Caleb Jackson can get going, get some momentum. I want to see if Ashton Stamps – I want to see him on the field, see what he has, because at some point he's going to play.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to just play 3 corners all year. Like, Ashton's going to get in the game. And the reason Ashton Stamps didn't play, like Stewie said, wasn't because of Ashton Stamps. It's because of P.J. Woodland, D.J. Pickett, and Mansour Delane coming in and balling. And so,
locking it down.
That's the biggest aspect of this first game this second game is going to be, who do you see in addition to what you saw in game 1?
And with the Singleton situation, another spot where you have the luxury of not having to play young guys because you have so much depth at the position and so much talent. It's like, well, it's no point to take Witt out. It's no point to take West out. It's no point to take Perk out. Like, you got to keep all 3 of those guys in the game, the whole game. Davin Keys got a little bit of run, but that's it. Like,
you've got
the rotation
experienced, talented guys in your linebacker core.
Yeah.
So now it's the case of, let's see what you got behind them. Because they didn't take a single linebacker transfer.
No.
Because they're confident in Tylen Singleton, Devon Keys, and then those 4 freshmen with Breaker, Ross, Moses, Weeks. Like, they didn't take a single guy. Every other position on the defense, not only do you have a new face in the room, you've got a new face starting.
Yeah.
Linebacker, they did mix it up because of what they have. And so it's definitely going to be an interesting game just from the player standpoint. Like, who all you're going to get to see in the mix. Because I don't think from a scheme standpoint you're going to see anything you're going to want to write home about. Like, you're not going to be saying, we're not going to go on the show after the game or on Monday and being like, well, you saw all these things that LSU did that just show how elite they are because they changed so much. Like that, I don't think you're going to see that big of a scheme shift. Because, one, I think Louisiana Tech, their strength is similar to Clemson's now. It's definitely not the same level, and it's not to LSU's level.
Yeah.
But their strength is the defensive front and the pressure that they can bring. And so I don't know if you'll see this huge scheme shift from week 1 to week 2 for LSU. But the one thing that – go ahead, Lloyd.
If there's something to talk about if there's something that would be like an absolute highlight, it would either be you got the Chris Hilton,
right,
Nick Anderson going with when you saw deep shots taken down the field. Like, that would be something of note that you'd be like, oh, okay. Like, they're working on different avenues in which you can score. But the flip side of that, if you have something to like sprint to the microphone for, I mean, something went wrong.
Right, yeah. That was the conversation going from week 1 to week 2 last year. We sat here and we wanted to see, hey, couldn't run the ball against USC, couldn't turn around, hand it off for a 3rd and 1 in the fourth quarter to win that football game. Now you should be able to do that against Nicholls State on Saturday.
Louisiana Tech.
And they couldn't.
Yeah.
And then when we sat down after the Nicholls State game, it was
they can't run the football.
You didn't see that.
Can't run the football and you can't stop the run.
Right. So it was like, now you're coming to the table, hey, it was a win. Like, you won the game you're supposed to win, but you did not see anything you wanted to see. You saw Garrett Nussmeier drop back, play almost a full game, and throw, I don't even remember how many passes it was.
37.
Yeah,
37. That's 27 more than he should have had to.
Tyron Lacey had 3 touchdowns.
Right. Like, you had to play your starters almost the entire game because at halftime it was a 3-point game, a tie game.
He basically broke his back on a touchdown.
Oh, my gosh, when he tried to hurdle a guy.
I had that game for a highlight, and they were like, you got to put the
Lacey.
Well, like, you got to put the Lacey, and then, like, this was, like, probably my second football highlight. So, I know what to put in a highlight, but I was like, so y'all want, like, the replay? And they were like, yeah, we want it 3 times because LSU was playing like shit.
Right.
So they needed something.
Give me a highlight, please.
So I was like, okay, Kyron Lacey, 3 touchdowns. You're the highlight, buddy.
Yeah.
And BK talked about it yesterday. He brought up this week 2 matchup and talking about Nicholls as well last season, where obviously, like we said, you're in a different spot because you're 1-0, not 0-1 going into this game, looking for your first win. Because the last 5 years, but the last 3 years under Kelly, you've gone into your Louisiana matchup looking for win number 1. And I like what Messina says, where he says LSU needs to come out of the game healthy. Definitely.
Yeah.
But now you're going into your week 2 game looking to go 2-0 or 1-0 on the week. And so here's BK talking about Louisiana Tech tomorrow and kind of comparing it to Nicholls State in week 2 last season.
Situation. Yeah, I don't know that I was alluding to that I didn't like the preparation as much as I didn't like the way we performed. I think that was much more in terms of how we address things after the season, in terms of personnel and how we would handle teams that, want to run the ball and take time off the clock. I think it was much more my comments in that respect. Look, I think the maturity of a football team is that you have a nameless and faceless opponent. In other words, you prepare the same way no matter what. And that's the hard part of this. This is the hard part. And that is, can I go out there as if this was Clemson or Florida or Alabama? And they have to come up with the understanding that it's on them to do this. We can't drive them as coaches. They've got to drive themselves. And this group has a lot of veteran guys and a lot of guys that understand that has allowed us to prepare in a much better fashion.
No, I mean, I love the nameless, faceless opponent line. Because, that's what separates good teams from great teams. Can you attack every single game, like you said, like it's Clemson, like it's Florida, like it's Alabama, regardless of the logo and the color scheme and who's lined up across from you? it's another week, it's another football game, it's another chance to be better and prove that you are as good as you say you are.
Yeah, and I think that's always the difference between good and great teams. Like, I mean, look at 2019. Like, they dominated every team that they were supposed to dominate.
Right.
They dominated them, and the games that they weren't, I wouldn't say weren't supposed to dominate them, but the games that were supposed to be highly contested were highly contested, but they were still dominant in those games. So, like, the good teams, 2023, like, that was a good team. Wasn't a great team, but it was good, and they kind of dominated some of those teams, but for the most part, like, it wasn't completely dominant because the defense was so bad. And I think with this defense, I think that these lesser opponents are going to struggle. Like,
yes,
Louisiana Tech might struggle just because I don't think Blake Baker's letting up. Like, he's got dogs and he's letting them hunt. So,
regardless if it's the first string dogs, the second string dogs, the third, like, he's got the weapons.
Yeah.
And my favorite, like, one of the things I guess when we were talking about this conversation was going into the year with all of the stress on 1-0. Everything, it felt like everything was building up to that first game. There was so much pressure that LSU was even putting on game one. And so then it was, okay, well, once that's over, win or loss, how do you move forward? What's next? What's after 1-0? And so obviously it's been turned into 1-0 each week.
Yeah.
And my favorite thing is, like, that was one of the concerns was, okay, well, after Clemson, what are you going to do? Or if you lose, if you win, are you going to be able to lock back in and focus on Louisiana Tech? Because that's not Clemson.
Right.
And so my favorite thing that BK even said in that clip was the maturity, the experience, and that veteran leadership that this team has really, to me, is what sets it apart.
Yeah.
Like, what instills so much confidence in me that they won't take that step back.
Mm-hmm.
Because like Jason says in the chat, I just can't see them taking steps backwards. I hope they don't prove me wrong, but this team is built to get better and better, and finally we got off to the right start to build momentum.
Yeah.
1,000%. Like, they have that veteran leadership and that experience and that maturity to be able to not take a step backwards.
And, like, I love what they did. We've all been in the indoor, and they have the schedule on the wall in the team room. Well, now last week it was Clemson. On the week 2, it's just La Tech up there. It ain't Florida next week, none of that. Like, it's La Tech. That's what we're focused on. We ain't focused on nobody else outside of Louisiana Tech this week. Next week, we'll focus on Florida.
Right.
And I think Florida should be concerned because they got USF this weekend.
Like, upset
so,
watch.
like, they could be overlooking USF, which I don't think they are because that quarterback is –
Yeah, I'm sure that it's been drilled into them watching film. Like, look at what he just
They
had.
manhandled Boise.
He made Boise
Oh my
State look like it
goodness.
was a jamboree. He was running into people. He was running over people on purpose.
That dude he ran over in the end zone, he could have just walked it.
I know.
He sought him out.
Uh-huh.
This is the quarterback. Like,
that's
frightening.
That's where you see that. You're like, oh, we were watching it on the bus, on the party box, and whatever, I saw it go, oh my God. Like, there was no reason for him to do that.
Different,
yeah,
man.
it's
Like,
just like, let me show, I'm
out here showing off.
Yeah, I'm going to just piss on you.
Because, like, I mean, like you said, like, this is I don't think LSU is in jeopardy of losing this game or ever was.
No.
But you are in jeopardy of taking a step backwards or maybe not checking all the boxes and playing down to your opponent is the concern. I don't think the concern is LSU getting upset by La Tech.
No.
Now, I'm not saying that they can't because, what any given Saturday. But that's not the concern. We're not sitting here and nobody's going to sit on a microphone and say LSU's in jeopardy of dropping this game to La Tech. What you're in jeopardy of is not respecting your opponent and playing down to them or not playing up to the level at which you set in week 1, all of those things, because it's a tough spot to be sandwiched in.
Yeah.
Same thing for Southeastern the next weekend. Now, Southeastern is worse than La Tech, but La Tech is sandwiched in right between a Clemson game and a Florida game. So a top 10 matchup and then potentially another top 10 matchup.
The definition of a letdown spot.
Right.
But I think letdown doesn't necessarily mean
loss.
Or it will be over-evaluated and probably over-scrutinized because I think it's fair to say that LSU fans are a little snake-bitten. Like, what you saw against Clemson you haven't seen in 5 years.
Right.
And it's like I think some people are having a tough time grasping with, is this team that good? Is this team elite?
Well, because the last time you saw that was what year?
2019.
So that's where everyone went back to, like, that.
See, but I'd honestly argue, like, you got to go back further as far as, like, defensive play-wise because 2019, they had
Bend don't break.
great talent on the defensive side of the ball.
It wasn't the star of the show.
Right. Like, this team is defensively led. Like, I want to say Pro Football Focus put out a stat. I think LSU's EPA, which is like
Estimated play average.
Right. LSU's EPA was like negative 0.1, and that was like the first time since 2014 that it was that low.
Yeah.
Which is, that was the last.
Yeah, it's expected play average, which is whatever play they run. Like whenever you run a play against LSU, it's expected to get -1 yards.
Which is why Clemson had 31 rushing yards.
Right. I mean, we were in the stands, and when LSU was losing, was it 3-0? And we looked up at like the big board. It's like they've given up -10 yards.
Right.
And it's like they're dominating.
It was the P.J. Woodland sack on the first drive. They punt. Then LSU fumbles. They don't gain a yard after that and kick a field goal.
Right.
Yeah.
So it should be 0-0. Like you gifted them that 3.
After the P.J. Woodland sack, I was like, oh shit, like this defense might be for real, because LSU's been in that situation in the past 3 years or the past 4 years in the opener where it's 3rd and long and somebody's wide open, or like running back.
God, that coverage bust.
They run a draw and the running back goes for 30.
Yeah, quarterback takes off for 30.
Right, and it's like what's going on? Whereas
that
B gap cat corner blitz, which is wild.
Yeah,
but
I think everybody was like, if you were on the LSU side, you'd kind of like, oh, I haven't seen that in quite a while. Because everybody was going over your head, or like you could get to 3rd down, even on the Matt House defense. He got to 3rd down. He got to 3rd and long.
Couldn't get off the field.
And he couldn't get off the field. Then you go 3 of 13 in an away game where you hold Clemson to 3 of 13 on the offense. Like, that's a dominant defense.
It was almost not to the same extent, but a similar feeling to when you were sitting in the stands against Georgia Southern, and you saw that first Burrow drive where he fits the window to Jamar in the end zone, and you're like, Timeout.
6 plays, 75 yards in a minute and 20 seconds.
What was that? And so, like, it was
efficient.
Now, obviously, that was on a whole nother level.
that lives alone.
Because that was a million years of just Stone Age offensive football before you saw an NFL offense go down the field.
I guess the greatest passing offense of all time.
I feel like that's where we're at with the defense.
Right,
where it's like
similar.
You've seen generationally bad defense.
Yes.
And now you see a real defense, and you're like, oh shit, like.
But at least
this is what it looks like.
But I remember what I remember
what an LSU defense looks like. I know it's been a while.
Exactly.
But I had never seen that shit.
It was a similar feeling because it was like I almost forgot what this felt like.
Yeah,
So like your defense to get on the field and you'd be like,
"Are we gonna stop?
Whoa,
we're about to get a stop right here."
Yeah, turnover.
Yeah.
And so, interesting question in the chat. How many? Find it. Matthew Conkle. If Florida wins handily, and LSU does the same, will game day be in Baton Rouge?
Yes.
I'm looking through the schedule, and I believe so. I think they're the only other games that are. You have Georgia at Tennessee.
That could be one.
Could possibly Texas A&M at Notre Dame, possibly. But I think Florida LSU is going to be massive, and then I think 2 weeks later in Baton Rouge again.
That's the question.
Do you wait for that one?
Game day is not going to go to. Game day is not going to come to Baton Rouge twice.
Twice in 3 weeks.
Twice in 3 weeks.
So they got to take their choice.
Now, SEC Nation, they might.
Right.
They might be there twice.
So it comes down to, will game day be like, let's hold off?
Yeah.
And wait for South Carolina LSU in week 7 or whatever?
I have to reach out to my folks, though.
Yeah,
if Nation's coming to town, I might have to talk to my peoples, man. I got peoples on
Rekindle.
Nation and on Feinbaum.
Little Birdie told me that if they both win, LSU Florida will be game day.
Yeah,
it has
Take that for what it's worth.
Who's the birdie?
Well, that's not.
That's the point of saying birdie.
Yeah.
Christian.
What's the week 3 slate like?
I mean, there's really. I said Georgia, Tennessee, A&M, Notre Dame.
It's between that one, I would imagine, because that's a rivalry game.
Trying to see, because then the week of you have Oklahoma, Texas. The week of LSU, South Carolina. You've got Ohio State, Illinois that week.
I think game day was at the Red River Shootout rivalry, whatever they want to call it.
Right.
Red River Showdown.
Yeah.
There's a lot of names out there. They were there last year, I think. So
but they were at LSU, South Carolina last year too. But I
know.
feel like that one is, and it's Arch, and Oklahoma is. It feels
It's
like
very possible
good.
that Oklahoma they get a big win over Michigan this weekend.
They
Yeah.
beat Michigan this weekend. It could easily be
The conversation
that
will be
game. Texas
So-
State Fair, man.
Week 3 is South Florida, Miami. Have South
Sa-
Florida.
South USF scheduled gauntlet the first 3 weeks.
South
They're trying to
Florida-
prove
They're trying to get in the playoff.
something.
They're
South
trying to get the
Florida does
playoff.
something of meeting this week.
They're trying to
That's
prove
game day.
something where it's like
South Florida beats Florida and Miami and owns the state.
Coach.
That would be wild.
Coach.
And ULM has the chance to do the funniest thing.
They
ever
could
this
run it
weekend.
back.
They ran through our
Mercy.
shit like a tin horn.
Golly. That's
So-
one of the
Shout out
most
Pierce Patterson.
shout out.
incredible upsets ever.
Oh my gosh.
Like, look at this. It's just ULM doesn't beat has never really beaten
No.
anybody. It's like, oh, Alabama. It's like, oh,
It was hard to win with them in my dynasty on the video game.
right.
Hunter Hall, BK was trying to make a play, so I respect it, if anything.
Yeah, he was getting out of the way.
Yeah,
No penalties here.
I thought when
Make a
I
play,
saw
BK.
him run into the ref or like they
Right.
cross, I was like, oh shit! they're about
I
to
didn't know
call
that was a
flag.
penalty this year.
Well, it's a penalty if you're like
In the way.
in the way of the ref
the ref's path.
doing his thing. You
If
know?
the ref
Well,
is in,
didn't that happen? Was that in the college football playoffs?
Yes,
it
and
happened.
that's why it's a rule this
Yeah.
year.
What happened? I forgot.
I
What,
don't
But I
remember the
remember.
exact-
I remember it being a thing where
coach
somebody.
hit the referee, and then they made it a 15-yard penalty this year.
Yeah, because
And Brian
so
Kelly
BK
mentioned
knew
it.
the rule.
Yeah,
and
Go,
ma-
hey,
oh,
playmakers make
Oh no,
plays.
there's sound on Twitter for this.
Yeah, there is. And maybe I was just thinking about the Coastal Carolina coach.
what you talking about? Baseball?
Whenever
Oh,
he
he-
bumped into but
Oh, he was
God.
that was so funny.
Get saw.
That was so funny.
The
Like,
umpire, all you see is feet in the air. Just, I'm sitting in the press box in that place. I'm telling you, the press box is never really quiet. Like it's,
People
it's
are,
not
like,
this.
talking.
It's not this over loud celebrating because you have to be unbiased. But you're talking the whole time. Like people are this, that, and the other. You could hear a pin drop
that was actually
when
pretty
the
funny.
first ejection happened. Everybody was like, "You heard a," and then just silent. And then the feet go in the air and everybody butts out.
yeah, of course.
Because it was unbelievable.
I was scared Jay was gonna get a hook one of those games because he would like sometimes he would get after the umpire.
Oh,
Like,
he'll go. Yeah, but then he
he
knows
dials
the
it
rule.
down.
He
Like
knows the rule.
He'll dial it back quick.
He knows when to stop.
But like in the regular season,
he'll get tossed.
He's getting on that. Like he's
But
getting on that ass.
That's the thing about Jay, is he knows he's getting tossed on purpose. Like he's
Yeah.
doing that. He's like, I'm gonna get ejected.
He's like,
He's like Mulkey a little bit.
yeah. He's like,
yeah,
my team's bullshitting. I
Yeah.
got something for
I don't
him.
want to watch this shit.
Yeah, I'm
anymore.
Ejection
done.
needs
I'm
to happen.
done.
But then he's like, I don't want to watch this shit, and he's in the hall, like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's-
watching
I mean,
on his phone.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, fine, I don't want to watch. I'll leave. It's like, damn, I really want to be out there.
I actually do want to
Anybody
watch.
spoon?
I punish myself more than anybody. But yeah, the good footwork by BK.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shout out. Shout
I mean,
out. So
oh,
And
maybe.
and it's funny how all of this stuff lands now because of you
Oh,
go
because
1-0.
being 1-0.
Yeah, you gonna
Yeah.
want to know. I mean, look.
I mean, yeah, the jokes like people are like, oh, I think I'm starting to like Brian
But,
Kelly.
but
I'm
honestly,
starting to win me
though,
over.
the quote of him going back at Dabo, that is
Maybe
my
you didn't
favorite
watch
B-
the second half.
That's my favorite BK quote of all time. Cause like, what game was Dabo watching? Like, was he not out there? Like, brother, you had 31 rushing yards. You got dominated.
14 to nothing in the second half.
You got dominated.
You got dominated.
More.
Coach. And it
the-
should have been worse.
And that's what's helping Brian Kelly also is Dabo. You're going up against Dabo.
Right.
It's like the
I
easiest.
mean, it's a
you're
cornball.
punching. You're punching so far down.
yes.
Oh, it's going up against Dabo
That's my
is
fa-
stealing.
My
You don't have to say anything.
My
No.
favorite thing about the Clemson fans are like, BK's such a. I'm like, do you know who your coach is?
And they go, but he is our cornball,
Yeah, nice. Okay, congrats.
and they love him.
But they do.
He does it. He does it. I know he's won 2 national championships, but I just don't know what he does.
Right.
He doesn't do anything.
He runs down that hill.
He runs down that hill.
They
and
love him. They love him.
He talks
dude.
about his
love him.
Little old Clemson.
Lord and Savior.
What,
That's the only
he said
thing.
something.
That's a pretty good back there. Yeah, he's a serious
Yeah,
back.
he's
Yeah,
like-
that back. Yeah, he's a good backer.
He's like, we had the guy down.
Yeah, I don't know how he didn't go down. That's a good back.
That's a good back. That's what a good back does.
That's a good quarterback too.
He's a hell of a player.
Like,
And
all
now,
right,
and now
Dabo.
they're already making shirts about what he said in the media, like, "Oh, y'all throw all the mud you want," and it's
Yeah.
Clemson's now throw mud.
Throw mud. Congrats.
Throw mud. That's their new
Congrats.
Yeah.
slogan. Thing.
But the good thing is now
Kit
we
Kat
are
meow.
focused on what's La Tech's coach's name? Sonny.
Sonny
Focus
Cumbie.
on Sonny. Focus on
Focus
Sonny.
on
No
the
more
Bulldogs.
No more Dabo. Focus
Focusing
on the
on
Bulldogs.
Cumbie.
BK also talked in his presser yesterday about some of the things that he thinks they can improve on from week 1, week 2. So let's hear what he thinks and give our thoughts about what he thinks.
Oh,
So we'll see what BK says on there, what
Thoughts?
LSU can improve from Clemson to La Tech, and then our thoughts on what he says.
Thoughts on thoughts.
Thoughts on thoughts. A lot of thinking. Tingle and go.
First game. Yeah, I mean, I think for us, when we go out and, look at what we're trying to accomplish each week, it's much more about each guy doing their job and doing it in a manner that allows 11 guys to look really good together. And we had instances where we had 2 or 3 guys not doing their job, but 8 other guys were. We want all 11 guys doing their job. So this has been much more for us this week, kind of getting that entire group working together as one and holding them accountable to that. So the progress that I would be looking for is that, we don't have one guy that doesn't do his job or 2 guys, but we got 9 guys. I want to see 11 guys doing their.
I wonder what he said.
11 guys doing their job. That's what you want to see.
Taxes.
That's what BK wants to see going in to week number
Did you
2
just say taxes?
with LSU versus La Tech. See 11 guys doing their job. You expect to see a dominant performance on both sides of the football where LSU just shows that they're a different level of program and team. Because that's what they didn't do week 2 last year.
No.
Like, you did not look like you were playing Nichols. Nothing against Nichols. Nothing against La Tech. Louisiana State University is a different monster. LSU football is a different monster. It's a different level. And it should look that way, and it didn't last year in week 2. And even in, the first quarter against Grambling in week 2
You're down
in
7-0.
23, where your defense got diced.
Man, that defense was so bad.
Oh, my gosh. And so, now you're going into week 2, you're 1-0, and it's okay, let's make sure we play to the same standard and even better. Like BK said, you were able to be so impressive and dominant even though you had guys that missed assignments and didn't do their job fully, and it was 8 or 9 guys, not 11 guys. Well, now, go out there this weekend, handle business, and do it in a dominant fashion.
Yeah.
On all levels of football. You should dominate every single level. Whether it's O-line, D-line, DB, wide receiver, running back, quarterback, linebackers, safety, every position you should look like your LSU and their La Tech.
Like I said, good teams play regular against regular opponents, and great teams dominate.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Go be elite.
Right. And I think LSU is on the verge of being an elite team. One game sample size, but I think as we move along, they'll get better because even in the previous seasons when they lost the opener, they've always gotten better from that, not worse. So I just don't see a world where this team gets worse.
And especially, like I said, that was with teams that didn't have the veteran leadership or the maturity that this team has.
Or the talent.
And BK said it the other day.
On the teleconference.
When they were like, what's the difference between this team you have this year versus the other ones? And what did he say, Stu?
Talent.
Better players.
It's
Point blank period.
Simple, you got to have the Jimmies and Joes.
Plus
Sometimes
the X's
it's
and
not
O's.
X's and O's, but those X's and O's look good against Clemson. So I don't see slowing Dallin that back. I think he might expand on that.
Hashtag expand.
Expand.
Hashtag expand.
So, I mean, it's about going out there, being an elite team, taking care of business. There's not a lot of things that you have these boxes you need to see checked versus La Tech. Like you go into Clemson, you have these question marks. You don't really have those. You want to see if the offensive line can just go and manhandle La Tech the way they didn't against Nichols last season. You want to see the defense play at the same level. You want to see if maybe the offense can expand, #expand, and not just be the dink and dunk screen game. You want to see the run game committed to as again. Maybe stretch the field, see if you can get 3 and 4 in the mix. I would love to see Jelani Watkins get in the mix in this game. There's a couple of, like Stewie said earlier, there's
Sheldon
games. Nice.
That was a great.
And speaking of UL, sucks to hear about Walker Howard. Did you see that?
Wait, what
And
happened?
He's gonna have to get surgery.
yeah, he tore his oblique.
He'll be out for the season, man.
And I think the backup is Daniel Bill.
It is from Catholic.
So be
Which is another in-state guy, but it just sucks for
Yeah.
Walker, man. Finally got his opportunity, get to go start, got your team, you're
In his
back in your
hometown.
home city. Like,
He's the man in Lafayette. Bro.
God, it just sucked to hear that.
Sure, he had a lot of visitors.
It sucked to hear that news yesterday. So obviously, we wish the best for Walker, and he can recover and be back in the mix. But we'll see what UL's got. I think they play McNeese this weekend. Our guy, Coach Caskey, over there helping that offense. I think they only scored 12 points last week. So, Lloyd, you want to tell all our viewers about our friends over at F45?
Oh, went to F45 yesterday, matter of fact. They have, oh, God, let me run through the schedule. There's no really excuse for me not to be able to go with the amount of classes they put out.
I've been wondering.
Starts at 5:15 in the morning if you're one of those early birds that gets the worm. I've tried to do that a couple of times. It's tough, considering the late nights to early mornings.
Right.
But because of the way the work schedule shakes out, if you're somebody like me that has a little gap in what you do from your, 5 to 10 job to
Right.
your 6 to 8 at night job, I get that 12 o'clock class in. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, get a little cardio. Tuesday, Thursday, yesterday, lift day. Chest or legs, get to pick.
What'd you
Or
pick?
do chest one time through and then the legs second time through chest.
I'd probably I'd probably flip. Like I'd probably do the chest first time through, and then
I
go
thought
legs.
about that, but
I don't really like.
once you have to make that decision to go like 2 legs, you're just like, I'll just do this one more time.
Right.
Yeah.
But like I don't really like. I usually like whenever I do go to the gym, I'll do one and not the other. Like
Yeah, that's
If
right.
it's leg
a
day,
mindset.
it's leg day.
Yeah, that's what, it's a mindset.
like
thing.
I'm
You
not
can't
doing
really,
I'm not doing chest workouts on
so
leg
they give you
day.
that option to pick. And so F45, call, schedule, get yourself an appointment. I believe they have passes that you can do 7 days for $13. So if you want to check it out, it doesn't start until you schedule your first class and go. So check out F45. City Square is where I go on Bluebonnet. Check us out.
There you go. And shout out to our friends over at Roback. You can still use our code to get 20% off of their new LSU drops. So if you want some new gear for LSU football, you want to wear what everybody else is wearing with Roback, BK's got it on every time you see him. And it was all over the stadium last week, both Clemson and LSU Roback. So you got code Tigers, TIGERS, for 20% off. And if you see what I got on, this logo right here, it's not a Roback logo. It's not a dog. It's the G for Grandstands. Grandstandsapparel.com, our friends over there. They're going to have a tailgate on Saturday. Tomorrow they'll have some merch out there if you want to get you some. It's going to be right across, like I said, you know where Walk-Ons is off Burbank? It's going to be in that grass across going towards the stadium. So right across Burbank, Grandstands will have a table right there. We might stop by. We do have an event over by the Walk-Ons that we'll be at tomorrow. We're going to give you more of those details later on this morning. But if you want Roback Apparel, we got a code over there. Grandstands will be out on the field. So if you wear a shirt you don't like tomorrow and you want to mix it up, you want to wear this one, or you want to get the GOAT shirt that you've seen us wear multiple times, head over to Grandstands and their tailgate tomorrow right there across from Walk-Ons on campus. They'll be out there all day pregame. So appreciate our friends. We'll take a quick break. Appreciate all you as well. Take a quick break here. Get hour number 2 kicked off, ready to go here on this game day eve in week 2.
When it comes to your home, the roof over your head matters. At CAS Roofing, we don't just install shingles, we build peace of mind. With years of experience and a commitment to craftsmanship, our team shows up on time, gets the job done right, and treats every project like it's our own home. Whether it's repair, a replacement, or storm damage that caught you off guard, CAS Roofing is ready. We're local, we're dependable, and we stand behind every nail, every shingle, and every promise we make. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about roofing, it's about protecting what matters most. CAS Roofing, built on trust, backed by quality.
Hey, Miss Lou, come visit us, Tom and Wright Granding at Go Martin on the Go Deli. Gomart has clean restrooms, community coffee, an awesome beer cave, and a great selection of anything you may need.
Located at the corner of Highland Boulevard and Highway 61 South in Natchez.
Also stop by Wardo's Po' Boys at 309 North Broadway on the beautiful Natchez Bluff, where everyone is family.
Wardo's was created in honor of Alan Ward Granning III, fondly known by family and friends as Wardo. In 2019, the oldest brother of the tribe passed away unexpectedly. His remaining siblings and loved ones wanted to honor his memory in a special way. In 2022, Ward's family decided to combine the need for a sandwich shop in downtown Natchez with a desire to pay tribute to Ward's love of good friends, good times, and great food. Through blood, sweat, tears, and countless hours of hard work, Wardo's was born. So go visit Wardo's today at 309 North Broadway Street in Natchez, where the po' boys are so good, you'll swear you're in Cajun country.
All right, welcome back to hour number 2, getting it underway this morning. We've got the week 2 of college football getting kicked off tomorrow. You've got Illinois and Duke at 11 a.m. You got Baylor, SMU, 11 a.m. That should be a good one. Iowa State. Let's see what other games we've got. You got Grambling State at Ohio State. Come on, little in-state school getting out.
They ain't
to
losing
Columbus.
the band battle.
Ole Miss, Kentucky, interesting one. Kentucky obviously upset Ole Miss. It was a big loss for them last year. See if what that game looks like. What else is on the schedule? Obviously, the upset alert, USF versus Florida. All eyes on that one at 3:15. You've also got, what else? Arizona State, Mississippi State. 6:30. Michigan and Oklahoma also at 6:30. And then at 6:45, another upset watch, ULM versus Alabama. So there's your slate for tomorrow. Any game, that's just the top 25 games, I think. Any one of those games outside of Florida USF catching anybody's eye?
I was surprised to see that Oklahoma is favored after all of this Michigan hubbub that's been going on. Obviously, I've just been seeing more and more of them than I thought I would be, considering what happened last year and how bad they were. And then they go out and obviously they get the Ohio State win. They get a little positive momentum. Then they get the biggest win of the offseason with Bryce Underwood, and they go out and play well. And it looks like they are trending in the right direction now that they're starting to say, oh, this is what it looks like when you have a quarterback. And Bryce Underwood played fine, generational. But you'll see, I think that's what I thought it was going to be more of a – I thought maybe there's a chance Michigan would be favored, but it's at Oklahoma, correct? That makes sense. So Oklahoma giving up 5 points to Michigan and the Wolverines. That's one I'm definitely keeping my eye on. I know game day's there, but I just think it's with all the Bryce Underwood drama, I just want to see him play.
Freshman quarterback against
John Mateer.
Freshman quarterback against experienced defensive coordinator. I'm taking Oklahoma in this game. Yeah. But another game that interests me is Oregon-Oklahoma State.
Okay.
A lot of smoke between Dan Lanning and old Gundy. I don't know what the start of this was, but I think it's over NIL and who is paying what on what roster. And Gundy was very upset.
Well, Gundy said, but obviously because they're going in to play Oregon, he's like, I think we're going to cover up the Nike checks on the uniform. Like, why would we promote something that clearly helps one school more than any other school, which Gundy would do?
Right. 1,000%.
Nike would be so mad.
Oh, my gosh.
That would probably breach their contract.
But 1,000% would. But
I mean, if
he's not wrong.
Yeah, but I mean, if you haven't seen, a lot of schools are switching away from Nike.
Yes.
Which South Carolina's going to Nike. Auburn just went to Nike, but Penn State's going to Adidas. Tennessee's going back to Adidas.
See how Adidas can spice up those Penn State uniforms, huh?
Adidas has probably the most bland uniforms ever, but try your luck.
Yeah, have fun with it.
And one of the biggest news, not college football, yesterday, Jamar Chase signed a deal with
I saw that.
Fabletics.
And went from Nike to Fabletics.
And dropped his Nike deal, which is very
He's doing football gear?
Kevin Hart is like
the CEO
or whatever. Real involved in the Fabletics deal, so I did see that yesterday.
That deal had to be crazy because I know
interest. If you're going to drop Nike.
Yeah, and he's one of Nike's top football guys. So
Another game on the ACC network that piques my interest is Vanderbilt at Virginia Tech.
Ooh.
You saw Virginia Tech kind of battle with South Carolina a little bit on this past Sunday they played on. And so now you can maybe get a little bit more of a read on what Virginia Tech looks like, how they play against Vandy. I think this was like the coming out party for Vanderbilt last year. They beat Virginia Tech at home.
Yeah.
Now they're going to Virginia in Lane Stadium, and they're going to face off with the Hokies. So we keep an eye on that one, trying to see what any other games that maybe pique my interest.
Pavia's got to keep his family out the news.
Yeah, he does.
And Vandy won the game last year, huh?
Yep. Yeah. So it'll be an interesting matchup to get maybe a read on what Virginia Tech looks like, and maybe that'll in turn tell you what South Carolina, because they don't. South Carolina plays, I think South Carolina State. Yeah. So nothing big time there.
Everybody kind of takes a step back.
Yes.
After the
week one,
just
showdowns.
all out warfare, and now it's like everybody take a breath collectively, and then you just got to suit it up again for what is it? Conference play for everybody for week 3?
I'm not sure.
Yes.
I'm not sure. I haven't looked at the full week 3 slate.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
But there is some conference play this week.
Arkansas, Ole Miss,
Right.
Vanderbilt, South Carolina.
All right.
Bama, Wisconsin.
Look at them.
That's a home and home
conference
type
match.
deal. Georgia, Tennessee. Yeah, pretty much everybody besides Texas and
Bama.
Who does Texas play?
Texas plays UTEP.
Okay.
Besides Texas, Texas A&M, and Alabama, everybody else is playing conference games.
All right. Well, SEC football in week 3. And you do have, like we said, you have an SEC matchup tomorrow with Kentucky and Ole Miss. Obviously, LSU will play Ole Miss in 3 weeks.
Ole Miss probably dominate that.
That's true. Yeah, probably.
Texas has San Jose. You're looking at week 3.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about.
Week 3.
But yeah,
Petty Lane.
Kentucky obviously won the Ole Miss game last year.
Due to Barry and Brown scoring like 3 touchdowns.
Yes.
So
and
he's not there
Ole Miss
anymore.
wasn't able to move the football at all. And then Baylor SMU is another game where Auburn obviously beat Baylor. And I think that's got a lot of people talking about Jackson Arnold and Hugh Freeze and Auburn and where they're at, what they can do. So maybe this game, Baylor SMU's obviously ranked, was in the ACC championship last year, made the college football playoff. Maybe it sparks a little bit of conversation. If Baylor looks good, is Auburn actually legit?
Oh, I was going the other
or
way.
if Baylor looks awful, was Auburn just beat a bad team?
No, then I started to get concerned for my boy Dave.
Of course.
Yeah. Jackson Arnold still can't throw the football.
No, he ran everywhere. All
Right.
over.
Like, cool. Like, when you play other SEC teams that have guys that can run with you.
Right.
I don't know if LSU was in that conversation as of yet. I don't
What?
think we could be beating our chest about if the only thing you can do is run.
Well, no, I'm not beating my chest about anything LSU-wise. Like I said, we've
Good
only
thing,
got one
we
week
face
sample
Auburn.
size. But
So.
I'm just saying, like, Jackson Arnold didn't do anything in that.
Right.
I watched the full game highlights, and I did not see anything that I was like, ooh, got to watch out for
But yeah,
Auburn.
no, could
Like,
be if Baylor drops this one,
yeah,
could be getting treacherous for our guy Dave. Could be back to the DC conversation for our guy Dave Aranda.
He would get picked up rather quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
They would move. So a team would move off their DC now.
Yeah.
Be like, you know what? Go find another gig. We're gonna try and hire.
Yeah, we're definitely going to talk to him.
We're gonna talk to Dave.
Who's the DC for Bama right now? Is it Kane Womack?
Let's see.
I think it is Kane Womack. He might be out of. If
Yeah,
Dave's
Kane
out of a
Womack.
job, you got to make the call.
People will make that call.
Somebody's
That's-
going to make the call.
It's a national championship defensive coordinator right there, and one of the best minds in college football. So we're going to take a quick break here. We'll get our guy Rohan Davey in here to talk some ball with us and get you ready for what we're going to do with him this weekend.
Roof over your head matters. At CAS Roofing, we don't just install shingles, we build peace of mind. With years of experience and a commitment to craftsmanship, our team shows up on time, gets the job done right, and treats every project like it's our own home. Whether it's repair, a replacement, or storm damage that caught you off guard, CAS Roofing is ready. We're local, we're dependable, and we stand behind every nail, every shingle, and every promise we make. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about roofing, it's about protecting what matters most. CAS Roofing, built on trust, backed by quality.
Hey, Miss Lou, come visit us, Tom and Wright Granding at Go Martin on the Go Deli.
Go Martin has clean restrooms, community coffee, an awesome beer cave, and a great selection of anything you may need.
Located at the corner of Highland Boulevard and Highway 61 South in Natchez.
Also stop by Wardo's Po' Boys at 309 North Broadway on the beautiful Natchez Bluff,
Where everyone is family.
Wardo's was created in honor of Alan Ward Granning III, fondly known by family and friends as Wardo. In 2019, the oldest brother of the tribe passed away unexpectedly. His remaining siblings and loved ones wanted to honor his memory in a special way. In 2022, Ward's family decided to combine the need for a sandwich shop in downtown Natchez with a desire to pay tribute to Ward's love of good friends, good times, and great food. Through blood, sweat, tears, and countless hours of hard work, Wardo's was born. So go visit Wardo's today at 309 North Broadway Street in Natchez, where the po' boys are so good, you'll swear you're in Cajun country.
All right, welcome back here. Hour number 2, closing it out here on this Friday morning. Game day eve for LSU La Tech. Week 2 football. And we've got an LSU football legend here in studio with us.
Your favorite LSU quarterback.
There it is.
Favorite. Wow.
That we're going to be doing some real exciting content with this year. Really excited for some game day content with our guy Ro. Doing some watch party stuff with him and K-Fault. Some post-game stuff, getting the thoughts after what you see from LSU on the football field with one of the greats. Ro, thank you for coming in this morning.
Absolutely. And, of course, there you go. Fix me up, dog.
Right?
That's what I'm saying. That thing, look.
Oh, there goes Phil.
It need a weight on it.
There it is.
Look at it. The old trusty
Counterbalance.
book bag, baby. That's right.
But yeah, appreciate you coming through this morning.
Of course, man. Of course. You already know, man. We're invested together.
Yes,
so
indeed.
it's good to be back on this platform with you guys, man. You already know how we get down and how y'all do work. I was happy to see my dog right here this morning. Haven't seen him in like over a year, so it's cool. The band is back, baby. The band is back.
Where are my dogs at?
Yeah, we're excited, man. We're excited to be up in the golf suites and the Pizza Byrons this weekend.
Yeah.
Saturday, Sunday, and all the weekends through football.
Yeah.
For post game for home games, watch parties for the away games.
Absolutely,
then a
man.
recap
Listen,
show on Sundays.
it's gonna be fantastic. This will be my first year with these guys. Hopefully, we get to do this a bunch, and going forward. And whoever else business owners that are interested, hey, give my dogs a call, give me a call, man, so we could get something going on. But yes, we will be at the golf suites. Me and my trusty compadre K-Fault. And just, man, being in depth, we trying to give the fans, you guys, a different perspective from, quote unquote, a professional perspective from guys that have played the game at a high level, and gonna break down, especially on Sundays, but especially now when we're doing this watch party. We listen. You guys come out. We want questions. You understand?
Yes.
Come with your whatever questions about the game, about its position, about a play, something that you want to know that you can't ask a normal. You can't ask your boyfriend. He's just going to tell you the wrong answer trying to look cool. But so we're going to give you, break it down, let you know why the play was successful, why it wasn't successful on either side. You know what I mean? So if it's just like, for example, the Clemson last week and why we were able to, on fourth down, what went into Perk getting that great pressure on the quarterback at the end that basically, sealed the football game for us. And it was a beautifully designed play by Blake, executed perfectly by Weeks and Perk, and then also the left defensive end. So, it's just things like that, and we'll go in-depth and let you know why it works, show you what the offensive line did wrong, did not do right, and what we ultimately did, and why, honestly, just the deer acceleration from Perkins, how he gets to the football, was unbelievable, bro. So that's what we're going to offer to you guys from Golf Suites and also from Pizza Byron's Sunday from 4 to 5. Come on out, get some great pizza. We're going to have, listen, I'm going to get these sponsors. We're going to have specials coming in. First 10 people through the door, free beer. When we get over there at Golf Suites, and the same at Pizza Byron's, first 10 people in, we got something for you. So come on through, man, hang out with us, talk trash, all in good fun, you know what I mean? We're going to have security, so don't get too crazy.
But yeah, this is my favorite part, especially for like the watch party aspect. Post games will be fun, getting the reaction, but watch parties, every time there's a break in the action, whether it's a commercial break, halftime, into the first, second, third quarter, anytime the game is paused, whether you're in person at the Golf Suites or you're watching on our YouTube channel, that's when you get those questions in.
Right.
Instant reaction to what just happened in the game. And then obviously post-game, you'll get the instant reaction from what you saw in totality.
Correct.
And then Sunday is even a different flavor because now you've got a day to kind of digest, understand, maybe even watch it a second time.
Absolutely.
And get a different take on it. And so it really is going to be 3 different forms of reaction.
Oh, 100%. And I'm going to tell you that the Sunday, after it's digested a little bit, marinated in you a little bit, and you've seen things from a different perspective now, whether you had
glazed over eyes because you had a couple of beers or whatever it may be,
or just the emotions,
or emotions of the game. Because I'm telling you, that Clemson, that was that type of game. It was very, very emotionally, charged, especially early on in the game. Because I'm gonna tell you, I was pulling what hair I have left out when we didn't kick that field goal before the half.
I believe it.
I was.
Got to take points right there.
Got to take points. You got to take points, baby.
Right.
Especially when you got that momentum the way you
Yes.
do. You know what I mean? Going in the half, you got that momentum. Defense is playing out lights out. You know what I mean? At the moment, take the point too early in the game to give it away.
And so I want to talk to you a little bit about the Clemson game, the quarterback play in that game. Obviously, it was hyped up ahead of time. Those two high-level QBs. But I thought when you watch number 18 for us, you watch Garrett Nussmeier. He was in complete control of the football game. Pre-snap, moving guys around. It wasn't anything that popped off the page from slinging the football around, but it seemed like he was in control of the game.
I'm 100% in agreement with you.
Right.
Me and Kevin was talking about it after the game. I went fishing by his house, and we were talking about it after I got back. And I told him, I said, exactly almost what you just said. Nothing he did popped up.
Right.
As far as it's not an 80-yard bomb, it's not, whatever, the Heisman moment or whatever. But I was so impressed with him. He controlled the entire football game.
Right.
He controlled the pace of the entire football game. And, you saw how Clemson was playing on defense. Clemson was playing not to get beat deep.
Right.
Right. So in order for when they're doing that, you as a quarterback, you have to take what they give you, play the game, put them in the right position, go in the right checks, get in the right run checks. So, and that's what was beautiful about what he did. And I'm going to tell you, I was a Garrett Nussmeier fan after last year. I was a little bit down for that 4-game stretch he went on where he just wasn't what I thought he could be.
Yeah.
So coming into this year, I still had it open on, okay, let me see how he's going to perform. But I'm going to tell you, that first game in that environment, now, listen, I know people talk about the environment, and I saw it, and I've heard about it. It's still not a SEC caliber environment. You understand?
Right.
Like what we used to, baby.
It wasn't Texas A&M.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
You could see it. He was the whole game covering his ears trying to hear the play.
Right.
Whereas this was kind of like from the first snap, it was like, okay,
we're fine.
We got it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, noise and all that is not going to be a concern. Now it looked good,
right?
But from everything that I heard, it wasn't that, right? So the way he controlled the game, the way he got the ball to his underneath receivers, the way he got the ball to his backs on check downs, and knowing where everyone was at all time, it was just complete command of the offense, complete command. It was almost like, not almost, he was a coach on the field.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He was a coach on the field, and it was beautiful to watch, and it was also encouraging to watch because, those 4-game stretches that they had last year, Nuss forced a lot of balls, trying to make stuff happen. And it was just so refreshing that so early, first game of the season, early in the season, he's already in that mindset of, I got to get this ball. I got to be Isaiah Thomas and get this ball to these guys. And now, go ahead and give me an opportunity to bust your behind downfield, and I'm going to drop it. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to force it.
Yeah.
And that was and I was also impressed by Sloan, honestly.
Yes.
I was impressed by Sloan. And for me, I've been skeptic of coach, but I've always give him like 2 years, just like a quarterback. If you're a coordinator, I give you 2 years, 2-3 years to try to figure out what your guys do well. And I was very, very pleased with just how he utilized everybody that he had on offensively. How he used those guys, he would motion them in the backfield, jet sweeps, handing it to different guys like Xavier and all those guys. So I love the creativity that he showed in the first week with that. And listen, man, having a quarterback like Nussmeier affords you the right to do those things. And
then on the flip side, obviously a high-level quarterback on the other side, and it felt like Blake Baker had, you're speaking of scheme and creativity.
Well, he was in a bubble.
He put Cade Klubnik in a blender.
Yeah, he was in a blender, dog. He was in a blender. It was almost like my boy did the arch.
Yeah.
It
Matt
was
Patricia.
Patricia put him in a blender, man.
Right.
And it was the same thing that Blake did to this young kid. Put him in a damn blender from the first step. He didn't know where they were coming from.
Right.
You know what I mean? And as a quarterback, if you don't know where they're coming from, but you do know that there's a free rusher that's going to be coming through, because them twisters up front, it was a lot going on, dog.
Right, yeah.
It was a lot going on. The D-line was moving. Them damn weak boys. Oh, Lord have mercy. And Perk, let me tell you now, if there's a better trio in the country, show them to me.
Yeah.
Because them boys there, I mean, them weak boys, I love everything they do. I'm talking about from their pre-game, post-game, to how they play, to their interviews. I love everything about them. You can tell that them boys, and the little brother bigger than the older brother. Right. What is going on?
That family is football.
What? And you can see it, bro.
Yeah.
I love the weak boys. And I'm going to tell you, they have such a great relationship with everybody on the team. Like, they're such great locker room team guys.
Right.
And damn Perk, you could just see how they all gel so well together. And honestly, they take some of the pressure off of him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They take so much pressure off because he don't have to make all those calls. Those guys could make the call. He could line up, do all the scheming. Blake could do all the scheming he can. Listen, it's such a luxury to have those three guys. And I'm going to tell you, what I was most excited about was the back end.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
Right?
Those defensive backs were.
Compared to what the heck we were seeing.
Oh, my God.
Right?
Yes.
I mean, bro.
It's like a breath of fresh air.
Thank God for the transfer portal. Right? Thank God for Corey Raymond.
Yes.
You know, and those guys. Because I'm telling you, all those guys were impressive.
Yeah.
You didn't see guys just busting, running loose. You see guys attached. You see guys fighting for the ball when it's in the air. Like, it was beautiful, bro. It
getting
was
their heads around, like just simple, like the simple stuff that you just haven't seen.
coaching,
in the last 2
man.
years.
Coaching, bro. So I was listening. I know it was the first game and it was early, and we definitely got to be consistent and put them together. But listen, I was over the moon.
Right.
You know, compared. You could tell those guys have been working their tails off. So that was impressive, bro.
And to highlight one player, like Harold Perkins, the freak that he is. And from a quarterback say, like, to me, Cade Klubnik's going to have nightmares about number 7 in purple and gold.
You
moving
better
forward.
believe it, dog.
And so when you're a quarterback and you know a defense has that type of athlete, that type of player, that type of weapon on that side of the ball, what is that like?
Find 7 when I get to the line of scrimmage.
You find them.
Right.
No, I'm serious.
You have to.
You find them. You know what I mean? It's just like when back in the day when we played Florida. You got to know what Javon Curse is.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got to know what these stellar guys that could freaking wreck the play are.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like Big Glenn Dorsey when he was at LSU. Glenn Dorsey's getting a double team.
Right.
And then the back's also coming to see if he beat
Get
the
a
double
little chip.
team.
Right.
You know what I mean? So those guys, you got to account for them all the time. And most of the time, especially if you know they're him,
Right.
if you know that, you're not even going to play with him and run that way. It's just like a cornerback. I'm not throwing at Deion
Right.
Sanders. I'm not throwing at Asante Samuel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you know, listen, if I don't have a gangster receiver over there to at least combat what I'm going against, I'm not even looking that way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing with Perk. So I'm a quarterback. As soon as I come out the doggone huddle, where's 7?
Right.
Where's he at? Where's he at? And I'm directing everything at him. You know
Right.
what I mean? So it's a luxury, bro, and everybody doesn't have a Perkins. You know what I mean? A guy like him. So I like what they're doing with him. I love how they're using him. It seems like they figured it out. Whereas, you know, before we don't know if we want him to rush. We don't know if we want him to cover. Hey, so it looked like Blake and the crew has done a great job with just going through the summer and figuring out how to use all these little pieces. And that's also why I was impressed with Sloan. So many of these, I mean, we got a track team at wide receiver.
Right.
So it's like he's figured out how to use them and how, I mean, because they are explosive.
Yes.
You can even see it when they catch little, you know, swings or hitches or snag concept routes, and the way they just put their foot in the ground and pew.
Yeah, right.
You know, so, you know, shout out to Hankton and those boys and just coaching them up, man, because they're doing a great job, bro. They're doing a great job.
Like even on the reverse pass,
Right.
Like Aaron Anderson, he didn't give him a good pass. Like that wasn't a good throw,
Right.
But he caught the ball. And
Something out of nothing.
Defender in his face made him miss.
Yep.
2 more, made them miss. Like, just making people look silly.
Well, and the play design to have a check down for that was clearly supposed to. I think there was a chance to go to Chris Hilton deep, but if that wasn't there, you had Aaron Anderson underneath.
I'm sitting right here. Just throw it in the flat. I got you.
He should have kept running, just a little option down the field.
Smart, man. Smart.
It was that's where I was so impressed with Sloan, because I was in your camp a little bit of like, I'll give you a year, but what I saw last year was a total over-reliance on Garrett Nussmeier and putting him in bad situations that eventually he's going to make mistakes. You saw it happen at 3 straight games, and you get the Texas A&M moment where he's trying to throw a middle screen, throws it right to a backer. He's like, I don't know what's going on.
Right.
And it got too fast, but that looked like a totally different offense that they were running against Clemson, whether it be the motion or just how you got your playmakers in space. And then when a coach has – and obviously it felt – like it was part of the game plan when a coach says, get the ball out quick. He got it out in under 2 seconds. Is that something that you can be taught?
To get it out quick?
Yeah. Because you know what
no
Nussmeier
doubt
has been.
No doubt. No doubt. And especially, like I said, when you've now matured, right, as a quarterback, and you understand the weapons around you. You understand the weapons around you. Understand who wants the ball in certain places. Like that's, it's just a maturation of the quarterback position. Before, you just out there running plays. Now you running plays and you understanding, okay, down and distance, right? So I know on down and distance, like if it's 3rd and 2, I might peek deep, but I'm trying to get this first down. And it's the same thing now with Nuss. I have all these weapons around me, these great guys, sure-handed guys, but guys that are explosive with the ball in their hands. Hey, Anderson likes it here. Chris Hilton taking it off the top, he likes it there. Barry, and I'm getting to know him, he likes it here. So it's those little things that you could tell they've been working because you see it with him. He understands that it's in his best interest. I could throw it for 5 and they take it 70, or I could throw it 60 and get an incompletion.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's just him now being that maturation to where he knows and understands where his guys like the football and understands that I have these guys around me that could run at 60 just as well as I could throw it to them 60 yards down the field.
It's still all yards for me.
It's still a completion and it's still a passing stat. That's exactly right.
And then one of the offensive weapons we haven't brought up yet is number 14, the big tight end, Trey Green.
Oh, I know all about the big fella now.
I know
it. Listen, man, I put out a post like at the beginning when this all started, and I was like, it's a coming out party for this kid this year. You know what I mean? And that was before I even knew about how many receivers we were going to have that's really going to free him up.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, listen, every time I get in the red zone, my first play will be a jump ball to him.
Every time.
Every single time. Every single time. You can't put it high enough.
Yeah. And the design, they had to go like 4 guys on this side,
And him
keep
by
all
himself.
the focus over here. 1-on-1, 5'10" versus 6'7".
You know the thing about him, man, and we're fortunate enough and blessed enough to have him in our 7-on-7 youth organization for a couple years. Shout out to Ken Anio. And immediately, bruh, you saw just what kind of talent he was as a receiver and tight end. And I remember we were talking one day, I said, Trey Dez, when you go in a basketball gym, how many guys you see that look like you? He was like, shit, the coach, they all big. I said, yeah, but when you go to a football training or a camp, how many people you see that look like you? Nobody.
Right.
You know what I mean?
There's your decision.
Nobody. You're a unicorn, son. I'm talking about, dude, just imagine we had him on one side and Shelton Sampson on the other side.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, who are you going to, go cover?
Yeah, have fun figuring that out.
But listen, man, I mean, the thing about him that makes him so good, bro, is the kid is 6'7", every bit of it, too.
Right.
6'7", but he runs like he's 6 foot.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but he's
athlete.
aggressive because of the basketball and the rebounding and all. He goes and get it. But it's just impressive, bro, the way he's a quarterback's dream.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to throw a perfect ball. You know what I mean? You just got to get it near him.
Right.
And he's going to pluck it. So I think he's going to have a phenomenal year because I think there's going to be a lot of focus on the receivers that we have and trying to prevent a Chris Hilton, a Barry and Brown from getting over the top, and Anderson. There's going to be times where those guys get doubled, and I think with him, no one knows enough about him to where he's going to command a double team. So he's going to have man-to-man coverage all the time.
Right, which is just unfair.
And especially with Nuss, man, with his accuracy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be crazy.
And the last one I want to ask you is going from a big-time game like that in week 1 where it's a top 10 matchup on the road, and now going to week 2 where it's an in-state school, not the same level of competition whatsoever, the ability to stay mentally locked in and focused on going from that big of a matchup, that big of an atmosphere, all the hype around it, to now you got to make sure you're still focused and locked in on the next week against – I don't think they're in jeopardy of losing that game, but having a letdown game where you maybe stoop to the level of your opponent. What's it like staying locked in for that?
First, though, I don't think they will have a letdown.
Yeah.
I really don't. I think that the leadership that they have on this team
I agree.
is just vast beyond where they would allow a letdown in this situation. I think that it's so early in the season also that, especially from the offensive side, they know that they have to get going in some kind of rhythm, and this is what you use as a game to get to where I'm clicking on all cylinders and get ready. And no one wants to look forward, but Florida coming up next. You know what I mean? And defensively, I know that they know that we sucked last year in the previous years, and that was just one game. And Blake and those boys know, and Corey Raymond, as well as the Weeks boys and Perk and those D-line, all of them know that, hey, we still have to get better. You know what I mean? To be consistent in what we want to be. And when you have people talking about possibly one of the best defense in the country and things of that nature, them guys hear that and know that. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's a certain kind of pride that goes with it with these kids now that no letdown. But in order for them not to have a letdown, it comes from the coaches, right? Having that consistent message, just like they did for Clemson. Same emphasis you put on Clemson, just like they had 1-0.
Right.
Okay, so now we got to go 2-0. So it's no different than last week coming into this week. You wanted to go 1-0, we're 1-0. Now we got to go 2-0. And I think with just playoffs involved now and everything, that makes it so much more important for you to go undefeated, right? They know we can't have a letdown, especially not in the SEC, especially not against this team that we got coming up, because a letdown makes it look like, you know what, we're not who we thought we were, and now we start dropping. And we know all these things count at the end of the year. So these coaches know we can't have a letdown. You know what I mean? And then also, too, with it, you playing an in-state school. Guys on this team, you knew these guys, played against these guys in high school, all that. This ain't nothing but bragging rights when the season's over. I'm coming to bat your head in so I could talk to you later on about it. You know what I mean? So I don't see a letdown, but to prevent a letdown, it has to start with the coaches, the leadership on the team, the Nussmeyers, the Weeks, you know what I mean, these guys, and they let them know what we're playing for, who we are, the standard that's here. And that's it, dog.
There you go. Well, bro, we appreciate you coming through this morning. Make sure you guys, tomorrow night, Golf Suites after the game, we will be there.
Yes, sir.
We'll be talking about the game, some of the things that stood out, even though it's not a big marquee matchup. There's still going to be some things that you can find and identify in that matchup that we're going to be covering with our guy Roe and K Falk over at the Golf Suite. So if you're leaving Tiger Stadium, if you're leaving early, you're trying to find somewhere to go, come join us at Golf Suites, get some questions in, talk to us, hang out with us. We'll be talking ball. Once again, Roe, thank you very much.
Sure, my brother.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, we appreciate you guys. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back after this.
The third, fondly known by family and friends as Wardo. In 2019, the oldest brother of the tribe passed away unexpectedly. His remaining siblings and loved ones wanted to honor his memory in a special way. In 2022, Ward's family decided to combine the need for a sandwich shop in downtown Natchez with a desire to pay tribute to Ward's love of good friends, good times, and great food. Through blood, sweat, tears, and countless hours of hard work, Wardo's was born. So go visit Wardo's today at 309 North Broadway Street in Natchez, where the po' boys are so good, you'll swear you're in Cajun country.
Hey, Miss Lou, come visit us, Tom and Wright Branding at Go Martin on the Go Deli.
Go Martin has clean restrooms, community coffee, an awesome beer cave, and a great selection of anything you may need.
Located at the corner of Highland Boulevard and Highway 61 South in Natchez.
Also stop by Wardo's Po' Boys at 309 North Broadway on the beautiful Natchez Bluff.
where everyone is family.
All right, welcome back here, closing out this Friday morning's show. Shout out to Rohan Davey, our guy Ro. Like I said, he will be there with us, Golf Suites tomorrow night after the game, and then we'll be at Pizza Byron's on Sunday, 4 to 5, recapping the game, him and our guy K Falk. Some LSU legends hanging out with Tingle and Co. On game days, so make sure you stay involved with that. And like I said,
it's like looking in a mirror.
Yeah, I mean, we're all the same here.
Yeah.
On the inside. Bleeding purple and gold, that's for sure. Don't forget about all that going on at Golf Suites and Pizza Byron's here in Baton Rouge. And like I said, we have an event we will be a part of tomorrow with the Washed Up Sports Network, powered by Pro Dreams. And we're going to join our guys over at Washed Up Sports Network and do a little tailgate takeover from 3 to 5 p.m. at Pro Dreams right there in the little strip next to Walk-Ons on Burbank. We're going to join them. We're going to talk a little bit of ball on a little game day type discussion, talking about LSU Clemson, some LSU football history, some hot takes, talk about Alabama a little bit just for our guy Hunter Hall, Heisman watch list, players to watch, and a little bit of a pick 'em to close it out. So make sure if you're around at LSU tomorrow, 3 to 5, we will join them over at the Pro Dreams. And we'll have grandstands will be right across the street as well. So make sure you come join us, check them out. If you need some new drip, go by the grandstands tailgate tomorrow. Get you some merch. So we appreciate you guys this morning, and we will we'll do a little bit of athletic connections. You already got your free stuff. We'll do a little bit of connecting athletically this morning, and then do a little bit of trivia at the end.
Maybe more ways than athletic.
There you go. Connect as many ways as you can. But yeah, pregame over at Pro Dreams with our guy Washed Up Sports Network. Postgame Golf Suites with our guy Rohan and K Falk. And then Sunday 4 to 5 with the same crew: Rohan, K Feezy, me, Lloyd, Stewie, Christian. We'll see who all shows up, but we'll be there talking about the game right here on Tingle & Co. If you can't be there, everything will originate from our YouTube and our social media. So make sure you are ready and aware. Like, subscribe, ring that bell. And follow us on social media at Tingle__Co. Appreciate you guys and all that you mean to us here at Tingle & Co.
Let's connect.
Let's connect that. No, you can't, Christian. You sure can't. You sure cannot. But I do appreciate that. The content that came out last night, Christian, you did do a good job.
Thank you. I can do a better job.
And
I was disappointed in my performance.
It's all right. Hey, watch the game film. And then high school football tonight. You and Sam will be out there. Make sure you guys are ready.
Are we at
Catholic Memorial Stadium, Catholic Destrehan. Be ready.
Tonight.
You trying to go out tonight?
After the high school football game.
There
My
you go.
brother, stay away from high school girls, bro.
Dude, no, that's just funny because you go out after the high school football game, but I'm going out in college. I'm not.
Gutter, split, spare, strike.
I'm kind of scared of you, dog.
Bowling?
I'm kind of scared for you.
I'm fine.
Let's see.
Real Madrid.
Well, then we've got
United,
UNC. Or yeah, Inter Milan. Is that on there?
Inter Berlin.
Real Madrid.
And United. I don't know.
No, not Sao Paulo.
Is it not United?
No, it's Real, City, United, and oh shit, Inter.
I know one. So if you want to erase,
is that
these.
Unk?
UNC, Vinsanity, Dunk Contest, Toronto.
Yep.
Over. Vince Carter. It's over, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go home. Let's go home.
Berlin, Madrid, London, Sao Paulo, and then Inter, United, City.
There we go. Good job.
Real Madrid.
Here we go. Great job, guys. Easy work.
Oh, this is city's hosting NFL games this year.
What's with the MLS
Yes.
clubs?
Great job, guys. Great work. 4 for 4, connecting athletically. Time to go 9 for 9. We've had a good run of shows going 13 for 13 with the connections and the trivia. I don't see BB in the chat right now, though, which doesn't bode well for our success.
No.
Brian Burgess, where are you, sir?
I want to see. Y'all let me do the celebrity first. I want to see if I can
See
actually.
if you
name
can do
one.
it.
And I'll probably just be like, no, right away, or I can do it right away.
Oh, yeah, BB had to.
Ooh.
Oh, he had physical therapy this morning.
Is this the dude from
So
You?
Oh, wow.
Is this the guy from You? No.
Carson Begg.
No, it's the girl from Snow White that everybody hated.
Oh yeah.
And then it's the guy from season 2 of White Lotus. What's his name? Theo?
Throwback.
Theo. Theo. I don't remember his last name. Maybe I'll see it if it pops up.
Syracuse plays D1. Sheldon, he plays at Vandy.
Maybe Theo James is his name.
It's my dogs. It's all.
And then the girl's
they all
name,
play
I
for
don't
them.
know. I think her name's Rachel something.
I worked at Woodlawn for a year, or for a football season.
AEL. Okay, E-L.
Gal got it.
Gal Gadot.
Gal Gadot.
Gadot.
No.
I look. I don't.
I got no clue.
I suck at these like foreign names and how to
Scroll through
pronounce.
these Rachels.
I don't know how he knows the celebrities so well.
Challenge yourself.
maybe that's not her
Biggest
name.
Deakus. Oh wow.
I know who these people are. I do. She was in what else was she in?
I don't know, but Snow White is what she. You
She-
should know her name.
She was the Snow White that everyone hated.
She just wasn't attractive.
Damn.
Oh, she was in the Hunger Games movie, the flashback Hunger Games.
And wasn't she like?
And then the guy, I think his name is Theo James.
Who?
She wasn't shut up about something.
Let's not get political on the show this morning.
He's
Yeah,
muted. He's
I
muted.
didn't know if that was what it was.
Yeah.
He's muted.
I mean,
He's muted.
I don't care. I don't care what she talks about.
Rachel Ziegler.
That's it.
That is her name. I knew it was Rachel.
See if you can spell it.
Rachel.
Oh, I thought I was muted. You can hear that?
Yes or no?
Yeah, we can hear you. You're talking out loud. We're in the same room.
Yeah, I know.
Yes or no?
Yeah. There we go. All right, who we got here?
No.
Dude, no. Just because she's famous doesn't mean
No, I mean I'm just saying it's a yes for
The
me.
week
dog.
1 starting quarterback in 2020, was it not Cam Newton? Or was Cam Newton later down the line?
Garoppolo.
No, Jimmy G was gone at that point.
Mhm. 2020 shit.
Because Brady was on the Buccaneers.
Was it not Cam Newton?
I feel like it was Cam.
I feel like it was Cam Newton. Cameron
Pretty sure it was
Jarrell
Cam.
Newton.
I thought he was going to win MVP.
Yeah.
That's when he slid down the thing.
Uh-huh.
LeBron's 2020 decision.
Pacific Division team.
Yeah, I was gonna say what
The Pacific Division would be the Suns, Lakers, Clippers, Kings. I'm pretty sure.
To the Lakers.
Clippers.
I don't know if he met with the Lakers.
Was it the Clippers?
2010.
That probably was the Clippers. It was before, like right before Lob City, or around the Lob City era.
It was right at the start of it. It wasn't the It wasn't the Lakers.
I think it's the Clippers. It's got to be.
I remember. Yeah, I remember that.
There it is. 48 points in his final season playing for this Eastern Conference team.
42 years old. Shit.
That's incredible.
Wow.
Oh, this is hockey.
Okay, I was about to say.
I was like, I would remember a 42-year-old
48-point
dropping
game.
50.
Yeah, I mean, okay. I don't know. I thought this was basketball.
Me too, and it's fine. Yeah.
And I've
What
never
is
heard
Boston
that.
Bruins? Maybe. Let's try it.
See if the chat confirms our Bruins thought. Yeah, P-Dub says Bruins, I think.
See?
There you go, Stu.
Like Eastern Conference. That's the only,
only thing.
That's the only thing I could think of in the Eastern Conference, and one of those Canadian teams. Like,
It's the Pirates.
Yep.
Or the Penguins, excuse me.
There we go.
see, Boston Bruins.
Books.
Kinfolk.
Yeah, where's he at?
Richard Bucknam is a pen name for what famous artist?
So we need to know the guy's real name.
Yeah.
C.S. Lewis.
What's your real name? Not your stripper name.
Is that the only author you know?
Y'all know it? Y'all
No, but the chat might. We'll come back to it. See if we chain restaurants. Feel like I can maybe be successful at. Why are you laughing?
Chicken Brian. Tuscan
I knew it
Grove,
was Stephen
Sirloin.
King. That's the
Really?
first name that popped in my head.
How about that? Hunter Hall.
Oh yeah,
Jason
we did.
Richter.
I'm almost positive like we might have learned this like in school, somewhere.
The Johnny Trio, Chicken Brian.
Chicken Brian.
The Tuscan Grilled Sirloin. They're items from this Italian
Come on, Noah. Use your
sit-down
stomach.
chain.
Think
I'm,
with your
I'm
stomach
thinking
now.
with my stomach, Christian.
Johnny Carinos.
He's Italian.
It's the Johnny Trio.
Olive
The
Garden.
Johnny Trio, the Chicken Brian.
He's Italian.
I also think it could be.
Is this Outback?
Outback is not an Italian sit-down chain.
That's an Australian steakhouse.
Carrabba's.
It could be. I don't think it's
Olive Garden.
Olive Garden. I've seen the Olive Garden menu one too many times.
Oh, brother. Oh no,
I know the Olive Garden.
You would have loved it. We used to get Olive Garden for catering
Ah,
on Saturdays, like during football
love
season.
Olive Garden.
Brother, I ate so many breadsticks. Like,
Yeah, I mean
would
they're
eat,
easy
like-
to crush. There we
I
go.
would eat like 10
Drop Lloyd.
breadsticks.
There you go. Oh, rocket power, dude.
Oh, that's
Sick.
Yeah,
rocket power,
my
dude.
show. That was my
Yeah.
shit.
Woogity, 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 woogity.
Yeah. You know ball.
Yeah.
Bro doesn't know shit about
No,
that.
no, he's a fucking. He's a dude. He's a shooby. Shooby.
Bro was watching
Shooby.
Tom and Jerry.
Bluey
Yeah.
Bluey. Yeah, that's what it was.
played an alien messenger in this 2008 sci-fi film featuring Jennifer Connelly, Jaden Smith, and John Hamm.
No, bro, it's rocket power. They skate and
Dude,
shit.
Otto was one of the coolest characters ever created.
Yeah, dog. Wait, Otto is the kid with the glasses, right?
Alien messenger.
My guy. No.
This is
This is the format Nickelodeon would draw their cartoons in.
A remake of a 1951 film.
Cause
he
like the
comes
Thornberrys
back.
had
He's
the
like
same-
he's like a. I know John Hamm was in it.
Is this Will Smith's son?
War of the Worlds.
That's not what I was gonna say.
Oh no, War of the World. No, that's
Wart.
that's Tom Cruise.
This one is War of the Worlds?
Yeah,
Oh.
Tom Cruise is War of the Worlds. Keanu Reeves is
Oh,
Wrong. It is Tom Cruise. Good job,
Stewie.
Johnny and Begas. Stewie called it though. Let's do the music. And then,
I know. I'm just trying to think
Yeah.
of this movie that I'm gonna get mad about.
Oh, Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Baby Got Back. Is that not Vanilla Ice? Oh, Sir Mix-a-Lot. Didn't know that. Use the double dip.
What, you looking at me because
Oh,
I know Sir Mix-a-Lot?
Yes. Okay.
Baby
they,
Got Back is I like big butts and I cannot lie.
They got it right in the chat. The day the Earth stood still.
The day the earth stood still.
Sounds like a good movie.
Christian gets sprung.
Keanu Reeves is a dog, man.
Yeah,
He
he's
is.
excellent. He is excellent.
And like he's had like a really tough life.
Game
Yeah.
Day Eve. Yeah, somebody shot his dog.
Yeah.
That's true.
And then he
His
like
wife died. His
Yeah.
wife died, and then someone shot his dog.
Then he's banned from that nice hotel.
yeah, that hotel was very nice.
I know. I'd be pissed if I was banned from that hotel.
What, the Continental?
The Continental.
You can't shoot in the Continental.
John Wick
Can't
excommunicado.
shoot your dog. I can't believe they shot that.
They
dog.
shot that dog.
I would have done the same thing.
Yeah,
John
that's
Wick did, dude.
like
though. They shot my
generational
dog.
crash out.
They break into my house.
Give me my shit.
You shot his dog,
Give me my gold.
Baba Yaga. He killed two guys with a pencil. A pencil. That's such a good movie, dude. It's the best.
It just keeps going too. Like they just keep making more.
You've heard of the Boogeyman?
It never gets old either.
This is the guy you send to kill the Boogeyman.
No, it's like Tom Cruise with Mission Impossible. He's just
Yeah.
like he's still doing that thing, and he's doing all his own stuff.
I know that's the best part. Is then you see like the training, like the practice, the rehearsal
Yeah.
going into it when he's dropping clips and reloading it. I'm
like, okay,
this guy's like a legit villain in the real. Like, don't mess with Keanu Reeves in real life.
yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
Tom Cruise is still hanging.
Yeah, don't
off
mess with Tom
planes.
Cruise. Will drink your blood, especially yours, Christian.
And I think he like broke his ankle filming one of the scenes and like just kept filming.
Hanging from an airplane.
Shout out to bro.
We appreciate you guys. I will put, if you're not in the Discord, get in it. The schedule for where to find Tingle & Co. and watch us tomorrow, I'll put in there. Like I said, at Pro Dreams from 3 to 5 p.m., we'll be with our guys from Washed Up Sports Network. It's right there on Burbank by the Walk-Ons. And then after the game, Golf Suites, Sunday, 4 to 5 p.m., Pizza Byron's with Rowan K. Fogg. Make sure you join us. If you're not there in person, tune in here on the YouTube channel. Stay up to date on our social medias. Like, subscribe, follow us. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you tomorrow, 3 to 5. Post game, Sunday, 4 to 5. Monday, 7 to 9.
Who's Chrissy? He does.